Greetings, class. Professor Frank here. I thought I'd just drop a quick video here on Wednesday. I was looking at the video introductions that 9 members of the class did. We have 17 in the class. So thank you for those 9 of you who posted your introductions. So for everybody in the class, one, if you are shy, introverted, etc., and don't like to make videos, I totally understand. But it's okay if you make a mistake. Had one student, I think she might have tried a couple of times to get it perfect. You don't have to get it perfect, okay? Just go on there, hit the record button, and you're all set to go. And whatever you say. If you mess up a little bit, that's okay. All right. But what I learned and just overall from the 9 students that did post up their video, we have 2 students that come from different countries, one from Mexico, I believe, and one from Romania. I think Cosmos from Romania. I could be wrong, so correct me if I am. Definitely people who lived all over the country. We have the North, the South represented, Arizona representative, etc. Looks like we have different age groups too. We have students who have families or they're going to school and raising kids at the same time. So we do have diversity just organically within our class. And one of the things that I realized when I was listening to some of the students is, because one of my questions was, have you ever had an experience, either good or bad, regarding diversity and inclusion and equity? And a couple of the students said no, they hadn't. And then I realized, you know what, even not having one is an experience, because if you haven't had one, then you might be looking at things through a lens that's not exactly clear. And not to say I want anybody to have a negative experience about diversity, because they can be it could be a bad scene. But then again, I think if you have had one, you might have a little bit better understanding of what's going on with it. The other thing that just about most of the students talked about was the pandemic. A lot of healthcare workers in the class, and it may be too soon to say, but I think the pandemic, in a way, has brought us together, especially on the healthcare side. And I'd love for those healthcare workers to kind of just talk about that in their discussion post. You don't have to answer the question that's on the discussion post, but go ahead and expand on it with some of your experiences during the pandemic, especially the early parts of it. How did that affect the workplace? Did diversity matter at that point in time, right? Did people were trying to save people's lives? So, and maybe that's true anyway within the health care industry. But I think that a lot of what, and somebody said it in the class and in the discussions, but I think a lot of times diversity is organic and inclusion is organic. It just naturally is going to happen, and it depends on circumstances, depends on dynamics, things like that. So, and this is a very, very young field. Sure, diversity in and of itself has been around since the beginning of mankind, right? But that being said, the last probably 100 years or so, where we've really taken a look at it in particular areas, whether it be voting, gender, color, race, those types of things, and now it's even expanded more. So the research has just begun here in this world of diversity. So when you take this class, will you learn things? Absolutely. Do we have solutions? Probably not, but we certainly can share awareness. And I hope at the end of this class that everybody would have had a different view of what diversity may mean in their organizations, and how you can use it as an opportunity, and how you can use it as a way to grow in your own career and grow the company as well. What that ends up looking like, I don't know. We'll find out. But this is a little bit of like the Wild West class. So don't be afraid to share your thoughts, obviously in an academic way, because all ideas are good ideas at this point in time. If we're trying to find solutions, okay? So again, thanks for those 9 of you who shared your introductions. And for the rest of the class, it's not too late. You can do it this week, you can do it next week, you do it the last week. I just wanted to have a chance for each of us in the class to get to know each other a little bit better versus than just the discussion questions and the written introductions. Okay, so have a good week. I'll check in with you guys on Friday afternoon. I post something on Friday. It may not be a video, but I post something on Friday to just check in. I've been looking at the discussion questions, so we're off to a good start. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or comments. All right, see you guys later in the week.